This is lesson 9.3a, expanding quadratics. Essential question: how do I expand the product of binomials? How do I change from vertex form to general form? How do I square a binomial? And how do I change from factor to general form? Our first question is, what is 5 plus 3 times 2 plus 4? I need to do the order of operations first, which would be the parentheses. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then 2 plus 4 is 6. So then 8 times 6 is 48. I can do this same thing using the box over here to the right. So 5 plus 3 I can write on the top, or going down the side, it does not matter. 2 plus 4. So then I would do 2 times 5 is 10 in this box. 2 times 3 is 6 in this box. 5 times 4 is 20 in this box. And 4 times 3 is 12 in this box. Next, we take all of those numbers we got inside, and I'm going to add them all together because they're all positive. So 10 plus 6 plus 20 plus 12, if I add those all up, I get 48. So either way, I get the same thing. This is just showing us a different way to use multiplication, which is going to help us, for example A, when they put x's inside the binomial. Alright, so for example A, we have x minus 5, and then x plus 2. I always like to keep the sign in front of the number so that I don't forget. In this first box here, we're going to do x times x and put it here, which is x squared. Next we do x times negative 5 in this box, which is negative 5x. And then x times 2 in this box would be 2x. And then 2 times negative 5 in this box would be negative 10. Then we write out what we had, x squared minus 5x plus 2x minus 10. Now we combine any like terms that we might have. Negative 5x and 2x I can combine together, which is negative 3x. And then I still have the x squared and the minus 10. So then that is our final answer, x squared minus 3x minus 10. So in the first example we did 5 plus 3 times 2 plus 4, which was essentially just 8 times 6, which is 48. When we look at our example over here that we just did, this could be like our 8, and this would be like our 6. These are the factors that we multiply together to get our answer in expanded form. So the product 48, the answer of the multiplication of 8 times 6 is 48. It's the same thing over here when we do x minus 5 times x plus 2. We get the product over here, x squared minus 3x minus 10. So this part is like the 48. So let's try the next one. Let's do example C here. X plus 12. I could write on the top or the side because just like that first example we did, 8 times 6 is 48. If I did 6 times 8, I will also get 48. So I can write x plus 12 on the top or down the left side. And then x minus 5, since I already used the top, I will put this on the side. I keep the negative right by the 5 so that I don't forget about it when I go to multiply. So then x times x, I put in this box, is x squared. And then x times 12 is 12x in this box. And then x times negative 5 in this box is negative 5x. And then negative 5 times positive 12 in this box is negative 60. So now I'm going to write out what I got. X squared plus 12x minus 5x minus 60. Now we combine any like terms. If I look, this plus 12x here and minus 5x can go together. 12x minus 5x would give me 7x. So then I have x squared plus 7x minus 60. So we took the two factors they gave us, we multiplied them together and expanded it. Alright, next one we need to expand x minus 7 times x minus 4. X times x is x squared. And then x times negative 7 is negative 7x. And then x times negative 4, negative 4x. And then the last part, negative 4 times negative 7. Remember, you can always use a calculator. Negative times a negative is positive, 28. And then instead of writing it all out, if we wanted to do it a little bit quicker, like skip one step and do it right from the box, negative 4x and negative 7x gives us negative 11x. And then we just write out the rest of what we had. X squared. So we have x squared minus 11x plus 28. Because it's positive 28, I write plus. So now there we have it in expanded, sort of expanded form. In these next two, we will do the same thing we've been doing. We write it on our box and we just multiply, combine any like terms, and then we're done. But in these two examples, there's a coefficient in front of the variable, or both variables. So in the first one we have 2x, not just an x. So we'll see how that looks different in this one. So it starts out the same, 2x plus 3, x minus 8, and then we do 2x times x, which is really like 2 times 1, which is 2, and then x times x is x squared. So you can just take it one piece at a time. Moving to the right, upper right corner box, I have 1x times 3, 3 times 1, because remember there really is just a 1 there. 3 times 1 is 3, and then with the x, so we have 3x. Moving down to the bottom left, 2 times negative 8 is negative 16, and then we don't want to forget about the x, so negative 16x, and then negative 8 times positive 3 would be negative 24. So we look for like terms, negative 16x and 3x I can combine to get negative 13x from my combined like terms. And then we still have a 2x squared, so 2x squared minus 13x and then minus 24. And that has been expanded. Alright, next one, expand. 3x minus 1 and 2x minus 5. So we have coefficients in front of both variables here, 2 and a 3. So we just start out by doing 2 times 3 is 6. And then we just don't forget that we have x times x, so x squared. Again, you can just kind of break it up one chunk at a time. Moving to the upper right corner, 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. And then don't forget that we have 1x. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. Don't forget about the x, so negative 15x. And then negative 5 times negative 1 is positive 5. We look for like terms, negative 15x, negative 2x. So that will give us negative 17x for our combined like terms. Then we have 6x squared, and it's a positive 5, so plus 5. And there we have expanded it. Alright, so in this one we have x plus 3 squared. So remember, if we have just x squared and you were asked to write that out or expand it, that's the same thing as x times x. So over here, x plus 3 squared is the same thing as x plus 3 times x plus 3. So that's what we write on our box. Otherwise, nothing has changed. X plus 3, x plus 3. So we do x times x and get x squared, x times 3 and get 3x, 3 times x we get 3x, 3 times 3 we get 9. We look for our like terms, 3x and 3x give me 6x. And then I had x squared out front and a positive 9, so plus 9. And then the x squared was positive, so it would be plus x squared plus 6x plus 9. Example C, convert from factored form to general form. Alright, so we have y equals 3 times x plus 5 times x minus 2. In step 1, we are going to expand the quadratic, which when we hear that, we need to remember that means multiply using the box. So let's go ahead and do that. X plus 5 and x minus 2 is what goes on our box. X times x is x squared. X times 5 is 5x. And negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Combine like terms. Negative 2x and 5x is 3x. And then we had x squared plus 3x minus 10. So when we did step 1, expand the quadratic, we got x squared plus 3x minus 10. Step 2, we need to rewrite the equation. So to do that, we look back up at what we were given. We have y equals 3 times what we multiplied, so we'll write this part instead of x plus 3 and x minus 2. So when we rewrite the equation, we get y equals 3 times what we got from the box, which is x squared plus 3x minus 10. Step number 3 is we are going to distribute. So we take what we had from step 2, 3 times x squared plus 3x minus 10. And we do some swoopy lines. 3x squared. 3 times 3 is 9 with the x, so 9x. 3 times negative 10 would be negative 30. So our final answer, y equals 3x squared plus 9x minus 30. And we will have successfully gone from factored form, where you can see the factors that still need to be multiplied, into general form, which looks like y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So we have successfully turned it into general form. Alright, convert from vertex form to general form. Step 1 is the same as before. We are going to expand the quadratic, which means multiply with the box. So on my box, I'm going to write x minus 2 times x minus 2. That's what x minus 2 squared means, is multiply it by itself 2 times. X times x is x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. And then negative 2x minus 2x more is negative 4x. And we still have x squared. So x squared minus 4x and then plus 4. So when we expand the quadratic, this is what we get. X squared minus 4x plus 4. Step number 2 stays the same as above. We need to rewrite the equation. So we look back up at what we had originally. So we need to have y equals 3 times what we expanded minus 4. So we'll write that here. So y equals 3 times what I got when I multiplied, which was x squared minus 4x plus 4. And then we still have a minus 4 chilling there, so we don't forget to write that. Step 3, we need to distribute. So I'm just going to copy down what we had. 3 times x squared minus 4x plus 4, and then minus 4 outside the parentheses. Distribute, I do swoopy lines. So 3 times x squared is 3x squared. 3 times negative 4 would be negative 12 with the x. 3 times 4 is 12. And then I do not distribute to that negative 4 because it is outside of the parentheses, but I will still write it down. And then that's what goes over here. Y equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 12 minus 4. Step 4, which is new from our last example, is combine like terms. So we look at the result from step 3 and we see that positive 12 and negative 4 are like terms. They don't have any x's, so I can do 12 minus 4 to get 8. So positive 12 minus 4 will get 8. Rewrite everything we had. Y equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 8. And now we have successfully gone from vertex form, this one, to general form right here, which is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And this concludes our lesson 9.3a.